In this video, we're going to look at odds and probability. So part 1, a random point within the large rectangle below, so here's the rectangle, is chosen. If the point lies on a black line, another random point will be chosen. So people always say, what if it lands here? Then it's on black, but we're just going to look at the blue or white parts of the rectangle. Determine the following odds. Okay, so odds are part-to-part comparisons. So what I mean by that is so far we've been finding probabilities, and the probability of something is the number of ways it could happen divided by the total number of possible outcomes, which is the sample space. With the odds, we want to compare the ways it can happen to the ways it cannot happen. So basically the set and its complement. Okay, so we're going to write each of these out as we go. Okay, so what are the odds in favor of choosing a point in a blue region? Okay, so notice it says odds in favor, and we're looking at the blue region. Okay, so this is in longhand number of blue pieces. Okay, so notice all the pieces are the same sizes, so we're going to count the pieces. And then we use either 2, or sometimes we use a colon, okay, or sometimes we write these as fractions. Number of blue pieces, so that's what we are looking at happening. 2, the number of ways that we can get not blue. In this case, it's white, but I'm just going to write number of not blue pieces. Okay. So let's just count the blue pieces. I'll write on here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 of the pieces are blue. I'm pretty sure there's 20 in total, but I'll count the red ones too, or the white ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 8 blue pieces and there's 12 not blue or white pieces. So our probability is 8 to 12. Okay, now I'm going to write this over here as a semicolon. Okay, we can simplify odds in a similar way to simplifying fractions. Okay, so I said we can write this as a fraction, so we could write it as 8 over 12. They both have a common factor of 4, and then we get 2/3. Okay, so similarly, we can divide each of these numbers by 4. I usually write them like this, and our simplified answer is 2:3. Let me put that in a box. Okay, so the odds in favor of choosing a point in the blue region are 2 to 3. Okay, so basically what this means is for every 2 on average in the long run, okay, just like the random frequencies that shows us, if you just try once, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but if we did this many, many times, on average, we'd get 2 blues for every 3 not blues or whites. Okay. In the next one, we're asked for the odds against choosing a point in the blue region. Okay, so the way I remember the difference between the odds in favor and the odds against is against seems negative, okay, if you're against something. Okay, so that means we're going to start with against being not. Okay, so we're going to have the number of not blue pieces. So you could think of it as not getting a blue piece, or maybe losing, that's negative like against. So number of not blue pieces to the number of blue pieces. Okay. Now notice this is just the reverse of our last answer, because the number of not blue pieces is 12. And we have 12 to 8. And the simplified ratio dividing by 4 would be 3 to 2. Okay, so this means if we did this many, many times, okay, the odds against choosing a point in the blue region is 3 to 2, meaning for every 3 times we don't get a blue piece, 2 times we do get a blue piece. Okay, so notice how these are connected. It's just a different way of arranging the order. Let's look at the next one. What are the odds in favor of choosing a point in the white region? Okay, so this is going to follow the same idea, and you may already see what's going to happen. Since we just have blue and white, well, white is the same as not blue. Okay, if we had more colors, this would be different. But so if we want the odds in favor, we want the number of white pieces to the number of non-white. Okay, so the number of white pieces is 12. The number of non-white is the blue, which is 8. So the odds in favor of white are the same as the odds against blue, okay, since they're the only two colors. So simplifying this, we have 3 to 2. And again, you may see what's about to happen with our last one. What are the odds against choosing a point in the white region? So against means the white region would mean we start with not white. So the number of non-white to the number of white. Okay, so that would be there are 8 non-white and there are 12 white. Okay, so the odds against white are equivalent to the odds in favor of blue, and we get 2 to 3.